Afternoon, guys. So one of our questions this week was keeping a goalkeeper's hands warm. I know we're all heading into the winter now, and keepers are getting wet and their hands are getting damp, and they're getting cold. So one of the first things, one of the easiest ones, is to have a second pair of gloves, so a dry pair ready to swap them around. Then moving on, looking at the actual glove itself. So when you are buying goalkeeper gloves, maybe have a little read at what thickness the palm is and what thickness behind the palm is. To give you some sort of example, I've got one of our roll fingers here, okay, and this has got a 3.5mm palm and then a 4mm backhand behind it. So it's very sort of absorbent for the ball, but it's also it's a thicker palm, so there's a lot more for the water to penetrate. And then also on the back of the glove there's a lot more padding as well and thickness, so the water's going to take longer to get in there as well, and thus the glove being thicker, and also it'll be a lot warmer. Okay, so I know generically a lot of goalkeeper gloves that are sold in other shops are what we know as a flat palm glove. So I've got a flat palm here, okay, and they traditionally have what is known as vents in them. Okay, so that light blue bit, that's where the air can get in to obviously help keep our hands cool. Okay, but obviously the water's going to get in there as well. Okay, so my first recommendation is to get yourself a roll finger. Okay, because a roll finger doesn't have these vents. So if I pick up this one, it doesn't have the vents. Okay, the latex rolls right round the glove, right up to the top, and then met by more latex, okay, on the back. Okay, and what we want to try and do when we're buying or looking at a glove for the winter, say, is get yourself one that has as least material as possible. So see there's a little bit of material here on our thumb just to help get that air into the hand. But also with a lot of our sales gloves, the higher you go up with the glove, we have the Outlast material, which is obviously designed to keep our hands cool and also keep them warm during the winter. So that's why those gloves really are at the top, and that's what the guys wear in the Premier League. So just to recap on that, my recommendation would be a roll finger, okay, and then obviously sometimes have two pairs of gloves. That's another great way to get away with having wet hands and keeping them cool. Okay, cool, keeping them warm. Look at what the glove looks like on the backhand as well. So a lot of the new modern gloves have no real backhand, so they're just felt or fabric, so the water's going to get in there, okay, and then the hands are going to get cold very quickly as well. There are other little tricks you can do. I've seen hand warmers go into goalkeeper gloves. I know that you can obviously sometimes fit running gloves under the goalkeeper gloves to help, okay, but I would definitely look at what glove you're buying for the winter, okay, because if you just got a flat palm with a very thin palm and there's no real money in the backhand as well, then the hands are going to get cold, okay. Moving on just quickly onto how the keeper could get warm during the game. Obviously stay up with play. Moving around will help you, but obviously don't get out of position and then concede. So keep up with play, keeping yourself warm. I always found that talking keeps you warm, and also with the more you wear, okay, so less is more with this. So as a goalkeeper, we'd wear skins on our legs and our top half to try and keep us warm, but we're thinking about kids as well. So when they do have a lot of padding, trousers and thick clothing, that's going to get wet and that's going to bog them down and that's going to make them cold. So we need to sort of think about maybe looking at the skin side of things to keep their legs warm, and obviously shorts and then skins on top, and then maybe a t-shirt, then the goalkeeper top. Another good trick is to have a waterproof that's got a V-neck, okay, that's like yellow or green, and turn it around, put a number 1 on the back, get that printed, so if it is raining you could potentially, especially at junior level, get away with wearing that during a game to help stop the water obviously penetrating and getting the keeper wet and cold. And hopefully you're still allowed to wear beanies during a game, especially for the kids. So just to recap on the sort of goalkeeper glove side, nice to see you, Paul. I recommend a roll finger, okay, so read the dimensions, read the specifications of the glove, especially for the winter, and see what the thickness is, so then your hands will hopefully be a lot warmer and it takes longer for the water to penetrate. Obviously we do make a very, very good wet weather glove, okay, and we find in our sessions that the kids' hands are dry, okay, 9 times out of 10 the kids' hands are dry. But yeah, just when you're buying your goalkeeper gloves, I would recommend a roll finger for the winter, and yeah, read the specifications, have a look, and If you do ever have any questions about goalkeeper gloves, let us know, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Okay, take care, have another great week, keep keeping and keep safe.